All right, welcome into the Daily Fix. It is your guy, Ron Hughley, as always, every single day at this time at noon. The Daily Fix presented by Foolish Club Media. There in the little box where he rightfully belongs is Stephen Serta, living, not living and dying, as I was going to say for some reason, but living and living. There's Steve Serta. First thing, as usual, want to thank you, however you're taking us in, and give yourselves a hand. We've been getting a nice little audience here, and we want to continue to grow. So tell a friend or 27, and that will be helpful. If you're watching us on Twitter, we appreciate you. If you're watching us on YouTube, we definitely appreciate you as well. What I do need you to do is to head over to our YouTube page, Foolish Club Media, and please like and subscribe. If you do not do so, you are not allowing my 3 children to eat. So like and subscribe, Foolish Club Media on our YouTube page. We gladly appreciate that. Not going to hold you long. I'm going to hit a couple of things. 1,000. In a very, very serious situation, 1,000 is the number that really jumps to me. And we're paging Kelce. We're paging Kelce. Not that what was his show called? We're not catching Kelce. We're paging. Yeah, we're paging Kelce right now. Before we get there, I do want to throw this out. By the way, it's been reported. Andy Reid said that Isaiah Pacheco would be placed on injury reserve, and he's having surgery today. So he is going to have surgery. Still 6 to 8 weeks is what the time missed is thought to be, but he is having surgery today. So you did learn that right here on the Daily Fix. But the place I want to get to first, Serta, is like I don't know who the power of this is going through. I want to say the power of the Chiefs and the confidence of the Chiefs, but Serta, I think this is more the power of Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. I would think that is the case because Steve, they have lost 2 of their biggest weapons, like 2 huge parts to this team. And then when you think about what's coming behind them, they just had to go pick up Kareem Hunt, who everybody thought played his last game in a Chiefs uniform. They just had to scoop Kareem Hunt to the practice squad off the streets. They got who do you think is gonna get the bulk of the carries on Sunday night? Carson Steele. I mean, Carson Steele is getting the bulk of the carries. Samaje Perine is going to be the third down back. Like, that's what's behind Isaiah Pacheco. Hollywood Brown is going to miss significant time. And Justin Watson is in there. And, Steve, I don't think, and I definitely haven't heard it nationally, and I don't believe that is the case locally. I'm not saying there aren't any. And listen to everything you can on Foolish Club Media. Maybe different people may have some different thoughts. Maybe on Brian's world, Brian has a different thought. Maybe on show on BK has a different thought. Maybe Kramer and maybe Rocky have a different thought. But I don't think anybody looks at this and thinks, hey, man, the Chiefs may be in some trouble. Hey, the Chiefs, what are the Chiefs? I don't think anybody's worried about the Chiefs because of those 2 guys. And they've lost their starting running back, who many people thought was going to have a breakout year, and they've got the great white hope behind them. And they just picked up Kareem, will be there for 4 days, and Samaje Perine's only been here 15 minutes. And there's no Hollywood Brown, the biggest offensive pickup. Kelce struggling and all that. But nobody seems – they're a 3.5-point favorite on the road in Atlanta, a team who just went on the road and beat one of the other powers in the NFC, the Eagles. It is wild to me. Nobody seems to have real concern. You stop pressing on me. Nobody seems to have real concern with the Chiefs, even they've lost all these guys, because they're just like, Pat and Andy will handle it. It's just wild.
It's because the Chiefs are in a different category than every other team in the NFL now, where no matter what happens to them, you always think that they've got a chance to win because of Patrick Mahomes. And after last season and how awful their offense was throughout the entirety of the regular season, then they go on this insane playoff run and win another Super Bowl. They've just elevated
Last year.
themselves past every other team where even injuries, you're not that worried about it because you're like, well, they can still compete against anybody that they're playing. And no Hollywood, Isaiah Pacheco goes down. They played like a C+ game against the Cincinnati Bengals for most of it, and they still won the game. Like, they're just in a different category than every other team in the league right now.
Are you concerned? Are you nervous?
No. Not after the wide receivers they had last year. Sky Moore's still only playing 8% of the snaps on a weekly basis.
I watched multiple conversations and topics on numerous sports shows over the last couple of days, sort of talking about the San Francisco 49ers, the other team that is a power, who've lost Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuels for a couple of weeks, and wondered, can they stay afloat? Hell, they got Kyle Shanahan. I mean, Brock Purdy's not Mahomes, obviously, but they've got a lot. They've got a great defense. They've got a lot of it. People are questioning it, and they've lost 2 guys. Not the Chiefs, though. Just say, all right, they'll go on the road. They're favorites on Atlanta. It's just wild. All right. Second place I want to hit, and this is something we've got to start to look at. And Travis spoke it himself. Paging Travis Kelce. Kelce said this on the New Heights podcast. His podcast. I put this on me on his slow start. I didn't play my best, and it spreads if you don't fix it, and I've got to get that thing fixed. I don't know about you. Actually, I think I know about you because I think I heard some of what I believe is nonsense that you said in the postgame show with Rocky on Sunday. But all right, I'll be fair. It's not nonsense. It's a fair comment. I just don't agree with it.
I got a little carried away.
I'm going to say that. Okay, all right. I don't know. I'm not ready. That's right. You did. You backtracked right in the middle of it, right? Right in the middle of the 5 minutes and just completely pissed away all your credibility on the topic. But I'm not ready to believe that Kelce isn't still a great player. I'm not ready to get there. I know a lot of people have been pushing on. He's taking a step back. He's taking a step back, and you went a little further. But listen, I can't argue. I mean, my man's had 7 targets. That's the big one right there. 7 targets in 2 games. Right? Like that's wild to me. 4 catches, 39 yards, no touchdowns, and he's got a rushing attempt because the ball was thrown behind the line of scrimmage for a yard. I mean, he's got 40 total yards on the season on 7 targets. Really 8 if you count that running back one. I applaud Travis for saying put this on me, but it's not just on him. Like Andy and Mahomes and the whole group, they have to do something to figure this out. And listen, we've watched numerous times that he has been the clear focal point, and teams have tried to take him away, and they've still been able to get the ball to him. He's not even getting targeted. And at the time that Pat tried to, just forced it, just stared him down and forced it, and it turned into an interception. They've got to find a way to get him going early. I don't think that, and to me, and I know it's just a couple of months, but Serta, I don't think that he is completely different from the person that played against the San Francisco 49ers, the Baltimore Ravens, and the Buffalo Bills his last 3 games. All right. And it's not a like, hey, man, we're on a snap count, because he's getting plays. He's getting snaps. And, we still saw some, like the big play that got called back down the field on a penalty late in that game. You could still see that there is Travis Kelce in there. They've got to make it a point early to get him the ball.
Yeah, and he did have a 41-yard catch and run that came back because of a penalty, where on that play he looked dynamic and he looked like his normal self. And so I think some of this too is just like last season and the Chiefs wide receiver issues and like everything else. It's like defenses are still keying in on Travis Kelce, and the way Rashee Rice is playing right now, that's going to have to change here pretty soon. So there's going to be some defenses that try to take away Rashee Rice, and that's going to open things up for Kelce. And then hopefully they keep getting these explosives from Xavier Worthy. Like, I think his big games are coming. Like, I did get totally carried away on the post-game show. But I think right now defenses are going to have to commit that right now Rashee Rice is the Chiefs' number 1 option, not Travis Kelce.
But yeah, that's where the 7 targets is the one that jumps off to me. They're just not. It's not even options to get him the ball. They're not even giving him opportunities. And I do think part of Rashee Rice being open is Travis Kelce. If you look at the touchdown, the Bengals are, not to get too deep, but the Bengals are in a clear cover too. And their safety on that side of the field just absolutely threw away all the rules of cover two because he saw 87 screaming down the field and there was no help whatsoever down the sideline. And Rashee Rice caught a touchdown because 87 was running in the middle of the field. And we've seen multiple big plays where coverage is going towards 87. So I do think he's affecting it that way. But we've seen that for a long time. They got to get him the ball. I'm thinking screens, something early to get his hands on the ball, because you also got to have that emotion from him. And he's got to change his facial hair. All right. This is the last thing I want to get to, and it's Diddy. Listen, this is called the Daily Fix because it ain't necessarily just Chiefs. It ain't necessarily just sports, baby. It's whatever. And listen, this is a very, very, very serious situation. If you've read what he is being accused of, and Serta, we talked off air, Serta knew of the Diddy stuff, but didn't know the depths of it. And Serta was like, good God, what in the hell is this? Yeah, it makes Deshaun's accusations look like a walk in the park.
Straight up criminal empire is what I was reading about this morning.
It is really, really bad. But the part that really just I can't shake when you get past all of that other stuff, which is hard to get past, is federal agents. They took over his house, Serta, and they found over 1,000 bottles of baby oil, like just lined up. There's a video, Steve. They're just lined up in the bathroom, like clearly as a this is prop or stuff we use. And I just want to know the thoughts in their minds when they opened up that room and they saw that damn baby oil. Like, my goodness, 1,000 bottles. Like, who is he getting it from? Like, somebody now is about to lose a good amount of money that they were getting from Diddy. Like, how long? I mean, he's had to been doing this for years, having that much baby oil on deck. I don't think the people at Vivid have that much baby oil on deck for whatever they're doing in their movies. Like, that is, like, I couldn't imagine if I was an FBI agent, I opened up that door and I saw that damn baby oil just lined up. Like, ain't nobody that ashy. This has to be for some nastiness.
Is that baby oil?
All of it. Look at it. I mean, it's like he had a bunch of coupons and just went ham in the baby oil section.
All of this is heinous, and he is going to prison for a very long time. I would have to
Looks
imagine.
like it. Biggie's rolling around in his grave.
Also, I don't encourage anyone to Twitter search things because there's lots of things out there that I wish I didn't know about now about this whole Diddy situation.
I'm telling you. I hear you. It is all just sickening to read the whole thing, but I can't stop watching that video of all that baby oil lined up in that damn bathroom. That is just wild to me. Hi, Mom. And Courtney.